The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, The Planet Man. Dantro, the Planet Man, and Slats are on the home planet of the Mardi, where women dominate the society. The Mardi possess scientific knowledge far in advance of Dantro's, enough to help him defeat Marston if they want to. We find our two friends awaiting word of the Council's decision.
This sitting around gives me the jitters. Let's try and bust out of this place.
No, Slats. Rura warned us not to try to leave these quarters.
It's not just the waiting. It's knowing that the Council is deciding the fate of our solar system without our even being able to talk to them. That's what gripes me.
Relax, Slats. It could be worse.
I don't know. From the way Rura acted and spoke, the odds are against us.
Why do you say that?
Don't play dumb, Dantro. You know that these gals want to keep the upper hand here in their system. They're probably afraid that once their own men see the way things are with us, they'll demand equality and the jig will be up.
Well, I wish I didn't agree with your analysis, Slats, but I'm afraid you're awfully close to the truth.
Sure, we just sit here and wait for the bad news.
Well, don't be too certain of that. These women are a smart race. A lot smarter than we are in some ways. Maybe their intelligence will overrule their fears and prejudices.
You're just hoping. See, I prefer action.
Slats, wake up. Someone's coming.
Oh, yeah, I must have dozed off. Probably at Rura gal. She's certainly no help at all.
Oh, hello, Rura.
Hello, Planet Man.
Hiya, what's the good word? Has the Council made up its mind?
When they do, you'll know about it.
Well, don't get so huffy. I don't know why it's all so secret. Why can't we talk to them at least?
I don't feel it necessary to explain the actions of my people to strangers, particularly inferiors.
Inferiors? Where do you get that stuff? Now, listen here, lady.
Cut it out, Slats. Don't take him so seriously, Rura. We're used to direct action, especially Slats. Staying cooped up here after traveling across the whole galaxy is pretty hard to take.
I can understand that. Would it make things easier if I took you on a tour of our capital city?
How about it, Slats? Like to see the sights?
Would I say? Anything would be better than just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. Let's go.
Not so fast. There's something we had better clear up before we leave this room.
I knew there was a catch somewhere.
What is it, Rura?
We will leave here and go directly to my ground car. The passage is high, and so is the gravity tube to the lower level. Once in the car, you are to remain silent and out of sight. The ports are one way. You can see out, but no one can see in.
I get it. We're top secret. What's the matter? You afraid some of your men would get ideas?
The reasons are not your concern. Unless you give me your promise to do as I want, we will not leave this room.
You have our promise.
That's good. But let me warn you. I am armed with a sonic disruptor, and I will not hesitate to use it if you try any tricks.
Listen, where we come from, a man's word is as good as his bond.
But this is not where you come from. Here, it's a woman's word that counts. Don't ever forget it.
Okay, I'll remember it. But I can't pretend I like it very much. Let's go.
Follow me.
Man, oh, pardon me, Rura. Lady, this is really a city.
Do you like it?
Like it? I'm bowled over. I thought Planaria Rex was something, but this makes it look like a bunch of mud huts.
Where are we going, Rura?
Over to the administration building. I have an errand to perform.
What about us?
You're to remain in the car. I hope I can depend upon you not to try to leave while I'm gone.
Well, I told you before, Rura, don't worry about us. We've given you our word, and we'll keep it.
It's in your own best interest that you do. I'll be back as quickly as I can.
Hey, this is our chance.
Stay where you are, Slats. You're just making things worse.
Okay, but I don't see how they could be much worse than they are now.
Dantro and Slats are certainly in a peculiar situation. What will their fate be with the Mardi? Should they try and escape now? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Dantro and Slats, they were being shown the wonders of the capital city of the Mardi, the planet where woman is dominant. We find them now as they are waiting in a ground car for the return of Rura, who left a short while ago to attend to a matter in the administration building.
Hi, Stantro. Look at that cruiser coming in. Isn't she a beauty?
Oh, it's more than that, Slats. Look at the way that ship is landing. It's as perfect a job of navigation and control as you or I've ever seen.
All right, don't rub it in. Hey, look.
What?
There. That gal in that jet scooter. She's coming this way.
Well, it's no concern of ours, Slats. Just relax.
I don't know. She's headed right for this car, and she looks as though she means business.
I'm afraid you're right, Slats. I don't know what this is all about, but for goodness sakes, remember where we are and just sit tight.
Whose car is this?
It belongs to Rura.
Who are you, and who gave you permission to address me?
Look, don't get excited, lady. You just asked a question. We answered it for you.
Who are you two, and who is responsible for your insolence? You know very well that no man is permitted to address a member of the Special Patrol unless he is asked to.
I think perhaps you'd better talk to Rura. She can explain all about this.
Now you are venturing to give me advice. I think perhaps you need to be taught some manners. Come with me.
Look, lady, why don't you lay off? We can't come with you. We were told to stay here.
I've had about enough of your insolence. Come out of that car at once, or you will never have a second chance.
Hey, Dantro, look, that's some kind of blaster she's pointing at us. What can we do?
I guess we'd better do as she says, Slats. Come on.
Rura's going to be sore if we do. She told us to stay put.
We'll argue about that when the time comes. Right now, I think we'd better do as this gal says. She's not very patient.
Right.
Are you coming, or shall I use this?
We're coming.
What's going on over there? Wait a minute.
Gee, it's about time she showed up.
What's wrong, Lieutenant?
Who are you?
I am Rura, Special Envoy of the Council. Here are my credentials.
Let me see them. All right, but that does not explain these two. Are you aware of their insolence?
I can't explain it to you, but they are under the protection of the Council.
Under the protection of the Council? Since when is the Council protecting men against the authority of their superiors?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but everything concerning these two is of the utmost secrecy. I must ask you to leave the matter entirely in my hands.
Wait till my superiors hear about this. They may be in your hands for the time being, but I can promise you that it won't be for long. We shall teach them a lesson.
I forbid you to report this incident to anyone.
Forbid me?
That's what I said. And if you doubt that I have the authority, you had better call Heru, Chief of the Council.
You can be sure I will do it immediately. And if what you are telling me is not so, you will regret it.
Get back into the ground car, you two. Quickly.
Come on, Slats.
This is a fine business. One tells us to get out, the other tells us to get back in.
I said get back in.
Don't get excited. I'm getting. Hey, Rura, where are we going? Hey, didn't you hear me? I said, where are we going now? Why you like that, Dantro? Isn't that just like a woman?
I've warned you before, Slats. I will not tolerate that kind of talk. Every time you have something disparaging to say, you speak of women. I consider it a personal affront.
Oh, he doesn't mean it the way it sounds, Rura. It's just the way of expression.
I need no pointers from you, Planet Man. I am well aware of that fact. And because I am aware of it, I resent what he says even more. For to me, it's indicative of the role women must play in your society. I shudder to think what it would be like to live in such a situation where women who are obviously superior to men must play the role of inferiors.
I think perhaps I'd better explain something to you, Rura. Among our planets, women play a role that is fully the equal of the men. Neither dominates. They work side by side.
But Slats is from the Earth. Is that planet not a member of your league?
Well, it is, yes, but as yet it's not been made a full member. It's only recently developed to the point where its first interplanetary flight was possible. As a matter of fact, the customs on Earth may not be as advanced as those of the other planets. Slats speaks not for the League, but only for Earth.
Look, you don't have to make excuses for me, Dantro. Maybe what I said sounded a lot worse than it should. You see, actually, back on Earth, things have changed a lot. I have no prejudices against women, Roar. It's just the way I talk, not the way I feel.
Perhaps what you say is true, but I can only go by what you do. The things your speech indicates. Certainly you have shown prejudice against women, which I find intolerable.
Okay, I'll watch the way I talk. But it has nothing to do with the way things happened back at the spaceport. That wasn't our fault. That gal came over and ordered us out of the ground car and didn't even give us a chance to explain.
I assumed that was what happened, and I must apologize for her conduct. She is not typical of our women.
It's okay. There's a bad apple in every barrel.
However, don't let it give you any ideas about me. I'm not apologizing for my feelings.
Nobody said you were.
I think we understand each other, Roarer. Now perhaps you'll tell us where we're going.
Back to your quarters.
Well, you said you were going to show us the city. We hardly seen anything.
That's true, and I'm sorry. But I can't afford to take any more chances. I have orders that you are to be kept from contact from any of our people, other than myself and the manservant that tends your quarters.
You mean we got to go back there and sweat it out?
If by that you mean wait for the council's ruling, that's exactly what you must do.
Oh, it's not so bad, Slats. It won't be for very long anyway, will it, Roarer?
I told you before, I'm not free to discuss the council with you. I will say, however, that you should not count too much on their support.
Not count too much on their support. That's swell. You see, Dantro? You see? It's just what I told you. We're just wasting time while Marston gets stronger.
Marston gets stronger while our two friends wait the decision of the Mardi Council. When will this decision come? And what will it say? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man.